Welcome everyone to the live stream. I'm your host, Tiger Stacker, and I'm joined by my buddy and partner in crime, Frostbyte. How you doing, Frosty?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. We have an excellent interview today. However, we're waiting for our guest to arrive. I guess he's kind of busy doing his job. He's actually a paramedic, so he might be out doing his job. I hope he's going to be here. I think he will be. He's never been late for anything before, so we'll go ahead and just roll with it. So let's just talk and see what's going on with everything, and we'll go from there.
So let's do this. So most of you guys know who Silver Dragons is. I mean, come on. He's a prominent member in the community. He's been around since 2018. He's got 430,000 subscribers. Okay. He's got almost as many subscribers as I have watch hours. I mean, come on, hey. But our guest's kind of focus has looked at a couple different things. So he looks at silver stacking and investing, right? And this is looking for, how do you build a physical collection, right? Looking at silver, gold bars, rounds, coins. And we're going to ask him both some stacking questions and some questions for the collector. What's up, Frank? Good to see you, brother. Frank is actually one of the people who helped coordinate this. So a huge shout out to Frank McCain. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he actually sparked the fire. So thank you, Frank.
Outstanding. Again, you'll also see him do a market analysis, looking at what's happening, silver spot. And obviously, you guys know the Silver Pros paired with Yankee stacking, coast to coast, the message with the most. They have done this for a number of years, growing. And that happens on is it monthly basis, I believe?
They do kind of like what we do every 2 weeks, although
every couple weeks.
I think sometimes they don't follow the strict 2 weeks like they used to.
So one of the things that really intrigued us about talking with Silver Dragons was looking at kind of a couple things. And one of those was community engagement. We really want to kind of see, because as you'll hear Tiger talk later, we have founded Stack-A-Lectors kind of on a model that Yankee and Silver Dragons have done. It's a little bit different in the fact that I'm a numismatist and Tiger's the stacker, but there's a lot of information that can be had, and growing the community is something that him and Yankee are very serious about. So there's a lot of opportunities for us to glean information, even if we're not necessarily in our own specialty. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation because he does talk numismatics. And so we want to make sure that we provide something for everybody in this today. Shh, he's sleeping. OTHS.
Cute.
Vote for Pedro says, oh, you're talking about the guy who invented the sham. Wow.
I don't really follow that one. That one kind of left me a little bit in the dark.
Oh, so if you've seen some of these videos, there's the wow, and it's the little jingle in front of it. Anyway, Pedro's making fun. Joey loves numismatics. How you doing, Joey? Good to see you. Hey, Tiger, introduce and say hi to your guests.
Okay, sounds good. Let me get on that right now. So I want to say thank you to Niels Hahn Dynasty, Acadian Stacker, Mrs. Aloha, THS 2680, Long Live Coins, Vote for Pedro. Let's see here. Aspiring Alchemist, Alan Satoshi Greenspan, Luther J304. I think I got everyone. Looking one more time. Frank McCain, who, like I said, sparked this whole interview. Thank you, Frank. Joey Libs, West Texas Stacker, Sassy Susan. Hey, Sassy.
Hey, what's up, Sassy? How are you? Good to see you.
Ron Spencer. Might have gotten everyone. Joey, I think it's Joe N. Marsh, Yankee Doodle Stacker. And I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, please forgive me. By the way, mods, if you would be so kind as to, whenever someone hops into the chat, if they don't get said hello to, please welcome them into the chat and into the live stream. Sassy Susan, member for 7 months at Malayan Tiger level. Way to go, Sassy. Oh, by the way, a little side note. This is March. It's the 3rd month. It's the 1st quarter. So very soon we'll be doing a members giveaway. So those of you who've been members for a while, please pay attention to when I'm going to release that, because I'd like for you all to be there and to go ahead and get the chance to win the silver that you deserve. And Frostbyte, member for 23 months, made the wife very unhappy. She said, I'm your first member. Actually, no, honey, you're not.
Do you want to talk about a sound of deflation? That was, and it wasn't my intent. It was just, I wanted to be the first member because I was putting it together for you.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. Yeah, she was so upset. But
yeah, she was like, the Frosty always comes before me. I'm like, no, not actually, but okay. If you're going to stay in that zone, I can't get you out of it.
Hey, so while we're waiting, do me a favor. A lot of people are saying those pours are awesome. Why don't you take a minute? Let's go through some of these. Who created those?
Well, depends on which ones. These ones here were actually done by Silver Dragons. And, this is probably one of my favorites. I've got 2 of them.
I don't know why. I don't see any resemblance.
Ain't that no problem. I'll show that. I just got a text message. He says he's hopping on right now.
Beauty.
So these ones are all by SD. This one's by Backyard Bullion, and he was nice enough to stamp it with my name on it. This is my Tiger bar, 14.45 ounces. My Tiger round and round for the wife. These are Angry Warrior.
2 of my favorite pieces from him. Yeah. I love those pieces.
This one I did myself. I call it the fake news bar.
You know which one I like up there? I like that second one that's there with the little snake head on that.
Yeah, this here?
Yep.
Yeah, Silver Dragons did it. Here, let me bring him up right now.
Speak of the devil.
Hello.
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Welcome. So welcome to Stack-A-Lector. As I was telling everybody, we have an awesome guest, which is you, pillar in the community, leading member of our community. And as you can tell from his videos, his live streams, and right now, he has an abundant amount of energy. He's a father, paramedic, a husband. He's pretty much done a lot. In his early days, he showed us how ingenious he was, how he stacked, including collecting bottles and cans to generate enough money to buy his first few ounces of silver. Subsequently got into silver pouring, as well as YouTube creating. He started during the days of COVID, the pandemic, and he built his channel to well over 400,000 subscribers. Way to go, buddy. And
appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. Wealth of information, a wealth of energy, has been a source of education to our community. In fact, he's the 3rd precious metal teacher I've had when I was learning, 5 years ago. First was Lynette Zhang, then Yankee, then Silver Dragons. So I want to welcome him to the channel. It's been a while since we've done a collaborative effort. If you remember this one, this was the last one we did.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, did you ever know who Professor Rigobordis was?
I don't know.
This fella.
All right, what's up?
So Frostbyte Coins. He did an exceptional job creating the character of Professor Rigobordis.
Oh, that's great.
So,
well, I will say, Tiger, thank you so much for the kind words, and I'm very, very happy to be here. I kind of got caught up, so I know I wasn't here at the very start of the stream, but I'm happy to be here now, and I'm excited. You know, there's a lot going on with silver right now. There's a lot to talk about. Both of you have these great displays. I should have got out my camera and showed off some silver. I got this massive collection here, and I'm not even showing it off. But yeah, I did not come prepared. It looks like
that's okay. Because do you remember any of these?
Oh yeah, I remember every single one.
So I have to admit that this is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, Frosty said the same thing. I have another one that was made by Backyard Bullion, not Backyard Bullion, Hi-Ho Silver.
Mm-hmm. Bunker.
Bunker Bullion. I'm trying my best to make my own. The ears are very hard to make.
I'll give you a little tip. So wait, is yours a Delft clay cast or is it a graphite mold?
Graphite.
Okay, graphite. Yeah, much better for the ripples with graphite. My little tip is just pour it too heavy, overflow it a little bit, and then come back with some of like heavy duty like tin snips or something and just cut it out and then use a little Dremel and sand it down. That's probably actually, if you look at the one I did for you, it's very possible I had to do that on yours because a lot of times it sort of overflows on the top where the ears are.
Oh yeah.
So if you take a look, you might even be able to see. I think, yeah, maybe I did do it on that one, and then I just hand hammered it to kind of cover it up. Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Yeah, you got the hammered edges. Edges.
I know. So, yeah, no, that's my tip though for those kind of hard to reach places. Just over pour it, make it too heavy, and then come back and fix it later.
Okay, I'll try that in the future.
Dragon, real quick on that same topic, and this obviously isn't to some of the questions we want to ask you yet, but do you do your own custom pours? Do you have somebody do that, or not your pours, but your molds? Do you do your own? Do you 3D print them? Do you order them? How do you do your molds?
Oh, great question. Starting off, I just bought them all on eBay from other people who had made molds. And then over the years, yeah, I started ordering them from this guy off Instagram, Graphite Customs. And I forget how much he would charge, whatever, $100, $200 a mold. I honestly don't remember, but I would have him do it. I never got into like the CNC, routing out of the mold and all the graphite dust and all that nasty stuff. So I never actually made my own, but I definitely bought quite a few custom ones over the years. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that question was from Niels Hahn. So thanks for that. I appreciate you answering that, Dragon.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. And I see a lot of familiar faces here in the chat. What's going on, everyone? This is like the OG community here. It looks like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of the people that come to the channel actually started off in your channel when I was running with my real name. In fact, if you remember, you were one of the very first people who told me to start my own channel.
Right. I'm glad you did.
It was a lot of fun. We'll get into that on a future question here. Let me get to our very first official question.
Okay.
In case you never watched any of our collaborative efforts, Stack-A-Lector started off as a symbiosis between a numismatist collector and a stacker. And then we went to teach the rest of the community the same. But it developed into a whole lot more. It developed into an educational program also geared towards protecting the members of our community against fraud and other forms of abuse. You've had your channel for quite some time. Now you have seen this change over time, or how have you seen this change over time?
Interesting. Yeah. So when you say change over time, are you talking about how, like the stacking side of things, or more the YouTube side of things? What more would you like to hear about?
Well, you started off doing what you did early on, as Silver Baggins, then as Silver Dragons, and at that time, you were new into the community, um, and you did a lot of interactions with everyone else. Now, you've developed yourself into a big brand, which is
Mm.
really awesome. And how has that changed for you? What have you seen in the community?
Oh, I see what you're saying. The community side of things. Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, so when I first started, and I think you both probably know very well, um, it's really easy to sort of make friends with people in the community and connect on a personal level when you only have, 100 or 1,000 subscribers. It's real tight knit.
Mhm.
And honestly, that's like the most fun, right? That for me, that was probably the most enjoyable when it was, emailing and texting people, and I got into the pouring, and there's a whole pouring community, and that's a whole nother topic. Um, but yeah, so much fun connecting with people on a personal level. But as you grow, there's just too many people at some point, right? I mean, I remember when I first started, I would spend like probably 5 hours a day in other channels comment sections talking to other people, right? I mean,
Mhm.
like obscene amount of time where I'm watching other videos and communicating with other people in other, other channels, their comment section. And then over time, it ended up where I was spending 5 hours in my own comment section interacting with people.
Mhm.
And and so that was a big shift for me. And then it got to be too many people, too many comments. Now, I post a video, you get sometimes 1,000 or several thousand comments. And I literally don't have enough time in the day to read every single one and reply, because you think all the old videos, 1,000+ old videos are all still getting comments on those as well. So unfortunately, I guess as you grow and get bigger, it definitely changes the dynamic where you just simply run out of time to interact with everyone. But there, you always have a few friends and select people you talk to. And I know me and Yankee, we're great friends, and we're always gonna, interact on a personal level. And you and me as well, Tiger, and hopefully Frostbite coins too. Now moving forward, it'd be great to hear your story more and all that kind of stuff. But that's kind of the biggest change for me. And I don't think it's necessarily, for the better. I kind of prefer the old days, when you could be more friends with people and everything was a lot more simpler. But that's just kind of, I guess, the way it goes, as things grow. So that's my answer. Hopefully I answered it the way you wanted.
No,
So
I want you to answer it the way you are.
Sure.
yeah, absolutely. Can I ask a follow on to that?
Yeah.
How did you and Yankee connect?
Oh, great question. It's actually kind of funny. I believe the first time and this was like 8 years ago, it was we had both commented on a Salivate video, and you know how he does his like weekend thing where he replies to everyone, replying to you live, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So he had done that to both me and Yankee. His channel was called Yankee Stacker at the time. He was brand new, and we were both in his live stream, and we were sort of chatting back and forth, and I was like, oh, we're really like-minded. And anyway, he made his own. So I guess I met him in a Salivate Metal live stream in the chat, and he made his channel Yankee Stacker, and then he got banned after like 1 or 2 days or something, and he was just going to give up and go, all right, it's not for me. And I encouraged him, try again and just call it Yankee Stacking. Don't be Yankee Stacker. Just change the name and try one more time. And so he did, and I was his very first subscriber. I commented on his first video he ever made. I was the first comment, and and we've just been friends ever since. So I kind of actually, I didn't teach him everything he knows. He probably knows a lot of stuff I don't know about YouTube, but I the early days, I was kind of like, sort of pushing him, oh, maybe try this with the thumbnail or try your video this way, and kind of tried to help him along. And he's now grown into an amazing channel, and his videos with Tim and everything. So
He's
yeah, I like Yankee Stacking. He's good people. We're definitely friends outside of YouTube, so that's always good.
Oh, I absolutely know. And I know you guys have been around for a while. I just wanted to ask, Tiger, there is a chat in private chat for you. It's a question.
Yes.
You and I actually talked about that. I think it's perfect for you to ask.
Okay, no problem. SD, how did you hook up with Harry?
Oh yeah, Harry's Coin Shop. That's actually a funny story too. So, International Stacker and I were friends, and we'd done a few video collabs in the past, and he was coming into town for one reason or another. I forget. I think he had like a layover here or something, and he hit me up. He's like, hey, do you want to go film a video when I'm in town? We can do a little collaboration. And I was like, oh yeah, 100%. So I was trying to figure out what could we do, and I was like, it'd be fun if we went to some coin shops, right? And so I looked up a few coin shops that I had been to and some that I had never been to before, and one of them just happened to be Harry's Coin Shop. And so as we're walking up, I looked at International Stacker and I said, hey man, you're so good at like, talking to these coin shop owners. You've done so many more of these types of videos than I have. Can you kind of like show me how you broach the subject? Like how do you go about, asking if you can film? And so he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. So we walk in and he starts looking at some coins and he's like, hey, I got a YouTube channel. Would you guys want to do a quick video or whatever? And they're like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And so he actually filmed a video with Harry before I ever did. Oh, and that was the very first one I think that Harry had ever, Harry's first video ever on YouTube was on International Stacking's channel.
I actually saw that he rented a really buff car.
Oh yeah, that car was sweet. It was hard to get in and out of though with the butterfly doors.
I wondered about that.
Oh yeah, no, it's all for show. But yeah, no. And then actually what happened was I filmed a little bit of stuff with Harry as well. And one way or another, we got in contact, perhaps on Instagram through their Beach City Coins or something. I think maybe Adrian messaged me and was like, hey, would you like to come back and do another video? And I was like, oh my goodness, sure. And so I came back, I did one and it got a ton of views and everyone loves Harry. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to keep coming back. And so it just sort of turned into this, symbiotic relationship where, I get to, interview them and put their message forward and show off their shop and their coins and everything. And it's great for my channel too, because everyone likes watching it. So it's, we just have never looked back.
Yeah, it's been awesome watching you move in that direction. And he's such a kind guy. I've talked to him twice on the phone.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic fella.
The
way he is on the videos is the way he is in real life.
He's very, very kind. He's very good with people too. Like, you'll see someone walk in, maybe an older couple or whatever, and he's just the nicest person ever. Can I get you a cup of coffee? So yeah, in real life, he's the same. Absolutely.
That he is. In fact, the first time I talked to him, I had to get off the phone pretty quickly. As I've told you, and actually the rest of the community, I ended up getting breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And my oncologist was walking in the first time I talked to him, so I had to hop off the phone. He was so nice about it. He didn't seem upset. And when I got off as quickly as I did. So, I just wanted to say that as because no, I think I said enough.
Well, I real quick, Frostbyte, I was going to ask, if I may, if you guys have considered, either of you, doing sort of a similar video style, or if you've already tried it. I'm not sure. In fact, Frostbyte, I'm not sure even what part of the country you're in. You know, I know Tiger pretty well, but is that something you've considered, or have you tried that yet?
The stars are bright deep in the heart of Texas.
Oh, nice. Great place to be.
Yeah, so I'm north of San Antonio.
Okay. I used to live in San Antonio.
People tell me, quit singing, man. We're supposed to gain subscribers, not lose them.
Yeah, he
I've got
only
a
does that
question.
on my channel.
You said you lived in San Antonio. What part of what area?
Well, I was 7 years old, and my dad was going to Baylor, so it must have been somewhere around there. I don't remember the apartment complex. So, but I do remember going to the Riverwalk downtown and seeing the Alamo and all that stuff. Those are some fond memories. But yeah, I was a little kid, so I don't really remember like the street names or anything.
And
That's really cool.
And to answer your question, I don't think Frosty's done any coin shop videos. I have been trying very hard to get my pawn shop dealer, who's the best coin shop in Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
He'll tell me, yeah, I'll do a video with you. And then when I get there, it's always the same thing. We're too busy. We're too busy. We're too busy.
Yeah, you got to go before they open, maybe.
You know, I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if she will agree to let me do something before she opens the doors.
Yeah, I think that might be because, you know, with Harry's coin shop, they get insanely busy too, much like Tim's. And, you know, it's just so hectic. And sometimes those videos are fun. You know, I did one where I sort of worked there for the day and there was a lot of people and talking to people and stuff. But it just, yeah, it's a whole different vibe. I prefer to, you know, film before they open. So maybe you could ask about that. But
you almost become more of a distraction, right?
Exactly. And people come in and then, you know, it's just, yeah, it's way too hectic. But so Frostbite, have you tried, or are you wanting to try videos like that?
So yes, I've actually coordinated some discussions with other people, but I've had quite a few people on my channel, just regular interviews. Because I'm more numismatic, I look at the history of things. And so I do talk stacking, collecting, investing. So because my concept is it's really about community, generating a good solid network of people, because there is no way that we can know everything, and you shouldn't even try. What you need to do is surround yourself with good quality people who are trustworthy, and then build your network with and through them, because that's where you're going to get good, reliable information, because there's so much bad information out there.
100%.
It's horrible. And so, but I've done a couple. The problem is, as a numismatist, there's only really so many coins you can take at a coin shop. They like the silver, they like the gold, they like the platinum, the palladium. They like talking about those things. But there's not a lot of people who want to just sit down and talk coins. They don't want to push the sell. And so what I've tried to do on my channel is get people like Copper Coins, Chuck Daughtry, big name in the community. People like Jack Young, Jack Riley, anti-counterfeiting experts. People like Harlan J. Burke, Aaron Burke, big names in the community, the Coin Show podcast, Live Coin Q&A. Because just like you guys generate a community of, hey, understand how to test, understand what your metals are, know where to buy, here's some decent dealers, here's some good prices. For us, it's the same, but again, totally different group of people, same general prospect.
Yeah. Well, you know,
preservation, right.
There are some coin shops though, like even at Harry's, you know, there's a whole side to it that's numismatics, and I don't show it enough in the videos, but sometimes they'll bring out some like really cool stuff that they bought at a show, or they want to show off some cool coins. And, you know, I've done a few things like that with them, but you know, I do see what you're saying. Absolutely. It's kind of a different situation. And not all coin shops are even sell numismatics. A lot of them are just kind of bullion nowadays, because it's kind of has been the easy money, right? If you want to get in business, you learn what's fake and what's real, and that's kind of all you need to know, right? So,
and you can only talk pre-33 for so long.
Yeah.
You
Although
know
there
what I
are
mean?
some cool coins out there, so
True.
Well, there is, and I actually have a question in relation to numismatics.
sure.
So, just to show you that I actually watch your channel, about a year ago, you and Harry talked about the best junk silver to buy.
Okay.
However, you've also talked about this with Yankee. All three of you have a slightly different coin.
Right.
So Yankee is the rosies because they contain a little bit more silver. It's about the weight.
Right.
But you like a different coin. Why and what is that?
Well, I mean, me and Harry both love the Mercury dimes, and I would say if I had to pick one now, that's what it would be. I'm not sure what I said in that
Exactly
video.
what I was going. Yeah.
Okay.
Mercury dime.
Mercury. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there have been a few videos where I mentioned I love the Standing Liberty quarter for the design. It's incredibly cool. That's definitely my favorite quarter.
Especially when it's not slicked off.
Yeah. And the type ones are just phenomenal, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, 1917 type 1, AU details or something, just gorgeous, right? So, for quarters I like that, but no, yeah, the Mercury dimes are my favorite. And in fact, I actually do have a video coming out probably on maybe Friday where I go into a little bit of detail about those. But I just like the fact that they're so easy to recognize as silver, and I do like the design actually better than the Roosevelt. I think we should have Lady Liberty on more of our coins. I don't mind having past presidents on the coins. I think it's fine, but the old peace dollars, Morgan, the Mercury, Lady Liberty is so iconic, right? And so I like the look of them, and I don't mind the fact that there's a little bit less wear, because like Harry has said, and I agree with him, when it comes to barter, a unit is a unit, right? It's a silver dime. People aren't going to be weighing them really. And if they were, like, let's say you're doing like 1,000 silver dimes, $100 face, I guess, then that's a whole different situation. That's not barter. That's, even Yankee would admit that's not what he's using. If he was going to be bartering with his Roosevelt dimes and he was doing like $100 face, he would use something else. It would be some other type of silver, right? So yeah, no, I think a unit is a unit. It's so recognizable. I like the look, and it's just nothing beats it. And also, between $50, quarter, and dime, the dime's the smallest, so it makes the most sense for barter. It's the most divisible. So I don't think anything can beat that.
So Harry also said that one of his favorite coins is the peace dollar.
Mm-hmm.
So him and I share that coin because I just actually purchased. Found a really good deal on AU peace dollars for a tube for like was $1,500, pretty good price. What is it about the peace dollar that Harry liked? Do you know that story?
Probably design, I would imagine, and also it's just nice to hold silver dollar in your hand is a good weight, and so there's probably a combination of things. Actually, I collected every single peace dollar. Now they're not in the best condition, but I do have all of the dates and mint marks. I'm holding the book right now, and I did complete it. I'm forgetting which one was the most expensive. Was it the 17 or 18? You probably know.
The peace dollar? It was either the 21 or the 28.
Oh, okay, 28. I was thinking 18, but yeah, 28. So yep, I've got the whole set here myself. It's kind of cool, but they're not in the best condition. They're just to fill the album, but yeah, so, 1928. Mine is pretty slick.
No, I understand.
Oh, I think we have the same book.
We do have the same book, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm holding the peace dollar book in front of us.
The Whitman Classic, right, where you can see both sides. Yeah, oh yeah.
A beautiful thing. And I just ordered 20 for the AU coins because I'm a firm believer that if you're a young collector, buy AU. You get a really good solid coin, really good strike, nice clear fields for a decent price. And so I'm trying to make them all AU in this book.
Nice. Yeah, I would need to upgrade probably almost all of mine if I was going for that. But yeah, no, I think I think Harry likes the fact that it's a good amount of silver you hold in your hand. You know, it's a silver dollar. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. You know, you see them in like the old cowboy movies and stuff, you know, slapping it on the table you get a room for a night, you get a bottle of rum or whiskey, I guess, if it's a cowboy movie, and you know, you get all that for $1. So they're kind of
And
cool. There's something about them.
THS dropping the numismatic wisdom, the winged liberties correcting us with the mercury
True.
dimes.
Yeah,
But yes,
Merc is
nicely done.
slang, but yeah, but again, you know, like when it comes to terminology and stuff, kind of whatever is the most used term, whatever's the most known, sort of becomes the norm, right? So like constitutional silver, pretty much everyone calls it junk silver or knows that it's called junk silver, but not everyone knows the term constitutional silver. So like if I were to post a video going into detail about that, even if I would prefer to call it constitutional silver, I know that's what it is, I would still call it and say junk silver just because it's more recognizable. So I think for the mercury dimes, it's just that kind of default to that, you know?
yeah. In fact,
Well, and I love Out of Weinman, so I have an epiphany for those anyway. But yeah, they're all amazing coins. I just love the fact that you guys also talk numismatics. It's a really cool piece because you really do have something for everybody.
You know, let me test your knowledge a little bit here. This is kind of a hybrid thing, but do you know who designed the it was the Eagles that they did at the Perth Mint? Do you know who did the coin design? The wing tip, or what was it? See, now I'm blanking on it. He also designed an American coin that you're probably very familiar with. But that's some deep knowledge. Actually, maybe someone in the chat will know. It was the wedge-tailed. Yes, thank you. The wedge-tailed eagle. Who was the designer for that one? Do you know it, Frostbyte? He also designed a very famous one here in America.
That wouldn't be St. Gaudens, would it?
No. Let's see if someone in the chat knows. They're probably Googling it right now.
The only other person I can think of is God, what's his name? Mercanti.
John
Mercanti.
Bingo.
Oh,
okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a total guess.
Oh, no, great guess. Okay, so the reason I bring that up is actually when I went to the Perth Mint, they had the original hand-carved piece of stone, I guess it is. It's like plaster. It's like a white stone type thing. They had the originals that he hand-carved for the coins for the Perth Mint, and I got to hold them and see them and everything. I don't think I was able to film it or put it in any videos, but it was like, oh my gosh, John Mercanti actually hand-carved this. It was so beautiful. But yeah, you know, doing the Silver Eagle, the Type 1, pretty well known. So anyway, a little bit of trivia. Good job on that.
when you went to the Perth Mint, you spent a lot of time down there. And
I did.
Got a few videos on there.
Mm-hmm.
You care to tell us a little bit more about your time with the Perth Mint? Because I get a feeling that there's more to the story than what you released on YouTube.
Oh, there's a lot more. Okay, so first off, traveling to Perth is a long trip. If anyone's gone, like I think one of the longest flights in the world, or probably used to be, I don't know if it is now, but from Los Angeles to Sydney, it's like 16 or 18 hours depending on which way you're going. It's the flight that they were taking in the Lost TV show, you know, when they crashed.
Oh yeah, I love that show. Okay,
so if you do that, and if you get to Sydney, you still got another, I don't know, 6 hours or so to get all the way to the other side to get to Perth. So it's so far from anything. I actually went through Asia. I went the different way. But anyway, it was like 36-hour trip there and back each way with the layovers and everything. So absolutely brutal to travel. But while I was there, yeah, I got to tour the whole refinery, the whole mint, literally every aspect of coin minting. they make a lot of their own. They make every die there that for all their coins, and a lot of the parts, even for like the machines. Let's say they've got a minting press, and something breaks on it. Those machines, a lot of them come from Germany, and it will take months to get a new part, and so they just manufacture it all there in house. They're like, oh yeah, we make this part here. So they have a whole machine shop, and it was incredibly cool to see all the different tools and how they do everything. And there was so many things that I was like, this would be fun to show, but they, that's proprietary. We can't show that. And even on the refining side, there was a couple things where I was like, oh, this is such a cool machine. And they're like, yeah, we can't film that or show that. I was like, okay. So, I got to see it in real life, but it was an insane experience. And I'm so happy that I was able to go, and I learned so much, especially the refining. I had no idea what a process it was to refine the gold and silver down. And if you haven't seen that video, is a pretty fun video. And I show about 90% of the process. So there's just a couple things I couldn't show, but really, really interesting stuff. I don't know if I would go again. It's just so far. Maybe if I brought my whole family, we did like a whole vacation out of it, but really, really cool to see. I think they're probably top maybe 3 or 4 mints in the whole world. And one thing that a lot of people don't know is that they even will make planchets for like the US Mint and stuff at times. So they do a lot of stuff for mints around the entire world. So they're very busy. They do a lot of stuff there, and the facility is just massive. I
can believe that, because
multiple Costco's,
yeah, because even on a small scale, I'm finding how hard it is to make things.
Yeah.
So, I've gotten dies for these ones, and I'm still learning how to perfect them.
Yeah, those are really cool. I'm going to need one of those at some point.
I'm doing 1/10 ounce rounds right now.
Nice.
The same design, and doing similar ones for my wife, but doing the 1/10 ounce is a little easier because it takes less pressure. I'm working on trying to get a better press. So
are you pressing them yourself, or are you having someone else press them?
Well, the first few were done at the people that made me the dies.
Okay, I see.
So because it was the first time they ever made dies, so they did a really good job at making my dies, and my press only goes so far.
Is it the 50 ton or?
No, well, mine's only 10.
Oh, 10 ton. Okay.
I got a 10 ton. I'm looking at higher tonnage. So
yeah, you might even go above the 50, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on. Just trying to find one that isn't quite so expensive.
Well, and that's Tiger, that one that you just showed, put that aside for me.
Which one?
The one that you just showed.
The die or the round?
No, I'm just joking. I wanted to know how many people realized it was a die and not a coin that you showed.
No, that was a die.
I know it was, but how many people realized that wasn't? So pick that back up. My point was it's backwards. It's in reverse. So you just had a great opportunity to teach people that a die is backwards. It's the reverse on what's on a coin. It was just a really fun teaching moment.
Well, and one thing too that maybe I don't know how many people know this. There's also such thing as a master die that they use to make other dies.
Fact.
So it looks like these are not the master die. These have been made possibly from a master die, or maybe the way they made these ones is they routed it directly into the
they did it directly.
Steel.
They did it directly into the die.
So that would be called a working die.
Exactly. So if you were going to make, like, let's say 10 dies or 100 dies for some coin you're minting millions of, there would be a master die that they would use to make all the dies from. So,
and there's a man who knows what he's talking about. Nicely done.
Well, yeah, I did get the full tour. It was a 3-day tour,
So, that reminds me of a song.
3-hour tour,
yeah. Really great show.
Yeah.
Well, I've got another question here for you. As you may recall, you were one of the first people who encouraged me to start the YouTube channel, which we talked about already. It's a lot of fun, but a lot of work. and very challenging. And you have started up your YouTube channel, but you've had YouTube channels before your current successful channel.
True.
Many of us in the community look to you as a role model YouTuber. What would you recommend to smaller channels who want to be successful, not only for themselves, but also to help members in the community, especially the newbies?
Great question. Yeah, I would say probably the thing that I did different with this channel compared to all my other ones that I've done in the past, and I don't really post much on anything except for the main Silver Dragons now. I even had a spin-off Silver Dragons channel for a little while, and I just kind of didn't have time to keep it going. But I would say the main thing I did different to make this one successful was I put an incredible amount of time into it, like far more time than any other channel or hobby or project I ever did. And in fact, working on the ambulance gave me a lot of time because, you know, as probably everyone knows, you're not running calls 24/7 when you're working on at either you know, fire engine or an ambulance. There's some downtime, you know, you're posted waiting for a call. And so during all that time, I was just on YouTube, like, you know, multiple hours every day, sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on YouTube. And I was just interacting with everyone I possibly could. I tried to find every single silver channel that existed that was like a real person who was still posting, and I tried to get to know them, to comment on their videos, look at their watch their videos, learn as much as I possibly could from everyone else. And to be honest, when I first started, there was maybe 50 like active silver channels, maybe less, maybe 30. um there really wasn't that many. And so I kind of got to know everyone pretty quick, and there was a few others sort of spill over, you know, the metal detecting guys and the pouring guys and the, you know, the numismatic guys, and you know, there's some other kind of hybrid channels that were close, but I'm talking silver channels. There was
Mhm.
not very many. So I would say my best advice is, if you're just starting out or you want to help grow the community and whatnot, is just interact with as many people as you can and just be genuine. You know, don't watch someone's video, like, you know, 1 minute of it and then drop a comment and try and do another video. Like, actually watch the video, try and learn, understand what they're talking about, leave a thoughtful comment, you know, reply to other comments. Some people have questions that you know the answer to, you know, like, oh, why is a libertad this or that? And so I would say, just, yeah, be a part of the community, interact with as many people as you can. And that's kind of how you grow your own channel too, because, you know, the thing is like, other people who are interested in silver, they're watching these other videos too, right? And they're going to the comment section, and they see you know, familiar channel names, and they kind of know your name, and they go, oh wait, they're posting too. And so I just say, be genuine, you know, be nice, don't troll anyone, don't, you know, be rude or whatever. And just be involved. I think that's probably the best thing you can do. And you'd be surprised. I mean, it's you could really grow a channel quick if you're involved in the community, and rightfully so. And then obviously put out good content, you know, be thoughtful about the content. And you know, and it is nice to kind of have your own spin on things. Like, I know you, Tiger, you've got your own way you do stuff, and it's very cool and unique, and I think that can be helpful too. You kind of have your own sort of like brand, I guess. You're not necessarily like the same as all the other channels, and so that can also be helpful. But yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is just be a good part of the community.
It is. It is. Sometimes I've had some people give me a hard time about the stripes. I've actually had a members only meeting because some people think that the stripes have been a hindrance for me building the channel.
You got to earn your stripes.
Well, there's a little truth.
Dump bump.
But then again, some people have said I need to start showing my face for me to build the channel. I'm a little concerned about the showing of the channel, of showing the face,
right,
for security reasons.
I get that.
And you know, the whole purpose of the stripes was, just to build the brand. And I don't have a problem against what I do, but now with the issue with me, having to have chemotherapy, and I'll show you guys, because I don't have a problem with it as long as it's taken in the genuine, the niceness I'm intending. The chemotherapy that I've had on the cancer has really messed up my fingernails. It's messed up my fingernails. It's given me acne. And so in addition to the branding, I was concerned that people would make negative comments about, how things come across on the screen. So there was an additional reason why I was thinking about keeping them, but I'm still arguing to myself whether I need to do that or not.
Well, one option too, if you're looking for another option is like I just wear black gloves, and one of the reasons actually is my nails are I bite my nails. I always have, and there was a few comments when I first started my channel. People were like, "Man, those nails are nasty," and I was like, "Okay, well, noted." Maybe I'm self-conscious too. I don't know, but I just get some black gloves off Amazon, like the disposable ones, and I just throw them on before a video. So that could be an option too. And maybe you could try it once and see how it goes and see if you like it. And if not, just go back to the stripes. I think both are fine.
Yep, I appreciate that, because like I said, I'm still debating, because I want this channel to grow. Okay, Frosty too, and I want this channel to grow. I want to teach a lot of people, and not only just the people in our community, but the youngsters as well. In fact, I got a video in the back that I'm editing where I've taught a youngster. So, but there's other people out here, not just me, who want to build their channel. So that was the biggest reason, to ask you that question, because I want everyone who is wanting to build their channel to find their way.
Well, I will say it's okay to take feedback. And one thing that I did in a lot of my early videos was I was very, very animated with my hands. And there was some people in the community that did not like that at all. And
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was fun. And I don't regret it or anything. And I still think, at the time it was perfect. It was exactly what I needed to do, and it got me here, right? So but now I'm considerably less. I try to hold the coins very still, not make too many rapid movements. Maybe I'll move my hand a little bit, but I've taken some constructive criticism over the years, and I think it helped me out. And I think too, like, when you're first starting, you've got ideas. Like I wanted to be Silver Baggins and have the sort of like the Lord of the Rings theme. And I kind of had to give that up. It's just because, I didn't want to get sued by Warner Brothers. And
well, actually, I think they did you a huge favor.
Yeah.
They gave you better curb appeal.
Yeah, dragons. That's the other thing too. Like not everyone knows Baggins, but everyone knows what a dragon is, and it actually did really work out. So I'm not complaining.
So I got one more question for you.
Sure.
2 minutes, no more. The ASEs that just dropped from the US Mint, give me your opinion on the sellout in 12 minutes.
Oh man.
And there you have it, folks. Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, look, I am so burnt out on the US Mint. They could have sold out in a second. I'd be like, great, whatever, not for me. I don't know. They might do fine on the secondary market. People are going to flip them. They're going to do what they want to do, and that's fine. And I look, I used to buy like all of the cool stuff that the Mint would put out. If this was like 7 years ago, I would have bought it in a heartbeat. I would have bought all of the Batman and all Superman. I would have bought all that stuff. But I'm just so kind of over the US Mint and the way they've done things, and it kind of turned into a money grab, right? The prices went up, and they did some auctions and stuff, and they did kind of like a lottery system with like the V75 and whatnot, or maybe it was the one after that, I forget. But yeah, I'm kind of over them.
There's a huge sentiment for that. And again, there's a lot of people. I actually bought one of each.
Cool.
As I'm a collector, right? And the one was only 60,000 mintage, but the other one is a semi-quincentennial. We're celebrating the 250th anniversary. I just wanted to get your opinion on that because
I do think they're cool.
There's a lot of people who are frustrated right now with the situation.
Yeah.
Can I issue a plug?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So Tiger, I haven't asked you for permission for this, but there's a channel called the Coin Show Podcast.
Okay.
And Wednesday, the 4th, they are interviewing Paul Hollis. Paul Hollis is the mint director. And so if you all have questions, go ask. He's going to be there. Go ask. Tell him what your frustrations are. Leave it out in the open because he's going to be there. And obviously they're going to have a team and stuff looking at it. But go check out the Coin Show Podcast. That's something that's really interesting.
What time is that?
I will find out. I don't know I don't have the time, but you can go to the Coin Show Podcast. I think they already have it. I'll see if I can find the link.
That's cool that they're doing that because I imagine the previous director wouldn't have wanted to do anything like that. So
the previous director did, but the acting director did not. So they actually interviewed Ventress Gibson.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Yeah, they've interviewed both of them. So, but the acting one didn't decline their interview. So
interesting.
But there are some mixed emotions regarding Paul and his appointment. So go check that out. It's going to be interesting. Sorry, not to promote other people's channels, but anytime there's good, solid information about something, so many people are frustrated about, it's good to share. That's building community.
Yeah, that's great content too. I mean, if I could sit down with the mint director and ask him a couple questions, I would certainly want to know what's going on with the security features on the Eagles.
There you go.
A lot of us were like, what is going on here? We were expecting something way cooler. So that would be my first question. And then, what happened to the quality over the years, but yeah, no, they're still putting out some good stuff. And honestly, like, I like that they're venturing into like the sort of the, superhero stuff and, more stuff that would be appealing to the younger generation. I think that's really important. And that's something that they haven't really done before, at least not like this. So I'm happy that they're kind of going that way. And I know there's a lot of hardcore collectors that are like, just give me an eagle, and that's cool too. Like they should just do both. So anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let me ask you a final question before we close, because like you do with Silver Pros, we like to keep this to an hour so that we don't.
Yeah. And I do apologize. I popped on a hair late, so I guess maybe it's okay if we go a little bit over. But yeah, okay.
If it's okay with you and okay with Frosty, it's okay with me.
Sure.
But basically, what would you like everyone in the community, all of us, to know? What pearls of wisdom would you want to instill to everyone?
Wow. Great question. I guess if I could say anything to the community, it would be you have to have your own strategy. It's really great to like watch a bunch of videos and get a bunch of information. And I think you should do that. I think you should try and learn as much as you can about silver and the markets and the different things available, whether it's stacking or collecting or, versus gold and what are all the options. You should definitely learn as much as you can. But I would say definitely you need to come up with your own strategy, what's going to work for you, especially when it comes to like how much you buy, how often you buy. You cannot look at someone else's stack, someone who's been stacking for 10 years and they got 5,000 ounces and go, oh my gosh, I want that. I'm going to buy all of that tomorrow, take out another loan on the house or whatever. You can't, there's no keeping up with the Joneses, right? When it comes to stacking.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to have your own strategy, your own pace, and really hammer down on what is best for you. What is your goal when it comes to strategy? Do I want to barter with it? Am I looking for exposure to the price, insurance? Am I going to need to sell it? Do I want to sell it in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And what's going to be the easiest thing to sell? If you get a bunch of like, really rare, cool, fun things, that's awesome, but it's going to be a lot more difficult to sell that than just a bunch of monster boxes of eagles. You know what I'm saying? And so you need to have an exit strategy. You need to figure out what your goals are, what's right for you, and especially what you can afford to stack, how often you want to buy, and definitely do not make these big knee-jerk purchases where you go, oh my gosh, the world's ending, I need to buy as much as I can tomorrow. Do not do that. It's not advisable. Slow and steady wins the race. Dollar cost average, and take your time with it, but also have fun with it a little bit too, I guess, is maybe the last thing I'll say. It's okay to get an ice cream cone every now and again. I probably have way too many in my stack, but if you're not having fun with it, you'll get bored with it and you'll stop doing it. So you got to have a little bit of fun. So there you go.
But say no to FOMO.
Definitely say no to FOMO. 100%. Yeah.
Hey, Dragons, I don't have any more questions for you. I'm going to hold mine for the next time you're on.
Great.
I absolutely appreciate being invited as part of Stack-A-Lector to join in this. Great nuggets of wisdom, both from the stacking and the coin collecting community side of things. I appreciate the full encompassment. Tiger, I'm going to give to you to wrap up. It's been a joy for me. Thank you very much.
SD, I really, really have enjoyed this interview. I really would love to have you come back as part of Stack-A-Lector, part of my channel, or if you ever want to go on Frosty's channel independently. I think you have a wealth of knowledge, and you started off from the basics, like a lot of us did, and you've developed yourself into a huge stacker and a successful YouTuber. So, you have a wealth of knowledge that a lot of people have not quite obtained yet. So, first of all, I want to know if we could ever have you back again.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll need to run it back. And I honestly think there's going to be some fireworks in with silver and gold in the not too far off future. Maybe this week we could see some crazy action.
Oh yeah.
Certainly throughout the rest of this month, there is so many things that could take place, Black Swan events and whatnot. And I think we could see some insane price movement. So we will absolutely have to do a follow-up, and I look forward to it.
I look forward to it also. In fact, I have a few interviews coming up talking about those exact things. I won't tell you all who's with until it's ready to release. But if you ever want to come and see it, and people in the chat want to come and see it, I really want everyone to get the complete information that they can. But I'm very grateful that you agreed to come up to Stack-A-Lector and have fun with us and talk about all these really awesome things. So I want to thank you all. Thank you very much.
Yep, and thank you for hosting. And next time I'll have to try and get my camera set up so I can show off some of my poured silver collection.
Oh,
I got a lot of pieces to show off.
Well, if I ever get myself back to being employed again, I'll buy some more from you.
Well, I haven't poured in a couple of years now. So I think I did 4 or 5 last year, and they all went to the veteran auction for the Wounded Warriors.
Yes.
And literally I didn't, I didn't profit a dime. I didn't sell any last year. And like I said, I think I literally did like 4, maybe it was 5 pieces the whole year. But I want to get back into pouring, and I want to make some more fun, cool stuff. So maybe this summer or maybe next fall or something, I'll kick on the furnace again, and we'll see what comes out. So, but yeah, no, thank you for hosting, and I had a great time.
Well, Dragons, vote for Pedro's making a prediction on silver. He firmly predicts spot price will be somewhere between $5,000 and $5,000 by the end of the year.
I agree with that. In fact, I'll narrow it. I'll go 6 and $49.99. Okay.
Thanks, but again, Dragons, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, everyone, I want to thank you all for coming to Stack-A-Lector. As always, Silver Dragons is a wealth of knowledge and a ton of fun. So I thank you all for showing. Oh! You know what we forgot to do, Frosty?
50 likes giveaway.
Yeah, we've made 2 episodes of 25s. So hurry up and put something in the chat, and I'll bring up the tiger wheel. We got a dime to give away and a silver quarter to give away. And the people that win, please notify me by email, claiming email within 2 days, 48 hours. If you don't do it within the first 48 hours, then you forfeit your winnings. And I don't want you to have to do that. So I will be more than happy to send it all to you. And I just really wanted to make sure that we did not make any mistakes on that, because sometimes I get wrapped up in the fun. And I want to thank the 9 new subscribers to the channel. So thank you so very much for subscribing. Awesome. So let me go ahead and get the names, hit the participants, and let's see here.
I hope that was the dog.
Oh, you mean
time for dinner?
That was Xena. She's a very, very beautiful Rottweiler, and she's the one dog that loves me the most in this house.
Oh.
So let me go ahead and bring up the
Hey,
tiger.
Dragon, what he didn't tell you is that she's blind.
I have 3 dogs myself, and they're precious. Dogs
I'm just kidding.
cool.
I'm teasing Tiger, but
He doesn't know how to breathe without teasing me.
I do not have a Rottweiler though, so that's very cool.
We have a couple. My wife wants to decrease the herd.
Yeah,
so
well,
let me know.
I already got enough mouths to feed with all the goats and pigs and chickens and ducks and everything else we got. So.
Yeah, I forgot you're starting a homestead.
Yeah, if we do have an apocalypse, we'll be eating good over here. I tell you that.
Oh, I don't understand that. So these are the names. If any members or something, we'll just erase them if they show up. So the first one will be for the dime, and the second one will be for the quarter. So here we go. I did change the sound effects just a little bit. So I better turn down the volume. Clark Kent over there gets complainy.
this is the same music his wife has as his ringtone, by the way.
Melissa, my channel, congratulations. Make sure you contact me within the first 48 hours. So, I really want you to go ahead and get that in time. Oh yeah, here we go. I found a new way to change things here. So let's shuffle them one more time.
Coin gratulations, as they say. What's this one for?
This is for the quarter.
Oh no!
Don't do it.
No.
Do not do it. Do not do
it.
I'm
thinking we have to double this.
Respin, double it.
Okay.
I'll throw in. This is for a silver dime.
It's for those with a quarter. Respin it. Respin it.
Okay.
We got to pass it on.
I hear you. So what do you think, Frosty? Double it because it landed on SD?
Double it.
We'll double it, and I'll send one on my end.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that's a triple.
Yeah. Yeah. Send me the info too. I'm putting in a quarter for it.
Oh, you're a stud, man.
Oh wow!
Oh, look at this.
That's a quadruple.
Is this a person? That's not a person, is it?
No, that's
no. So we're at 4. This is going to be a dollar face.
This is a dollar face. Oh my gosh! Yeah, whoever wins, you got to email me their info, and I'll put them a quarter, silver quarter.
Oh, is it Joey Libs?
Oh, I hope it's Joey.
Yeah, Joey, congratulations!
Congratulations!
You won 4 quarters, my friend.
I got a 1958 with your name on it, and I'll throw in a bunch of dragon stickers too. So there you go.
And Joey, please send to all 3 of us. My email is thetigerstacker@gmail.com. If one of the mods will throw that in there.
Or just send it to Tiger and then he can forward it to me. It's fine.
That'll
Yep,
work.
that works. Just send your claim email and we'll get it distributed accordingly.
Congrats. Huge win. That's
a
$1
huge
face
win.
is like kind of legit now. I mean, that's what
that's a good
$60 or something. It's like that's dinner.
Yeah. Can you imagine? It was all done on a not rigged wheel.
That reel had there was a thumb on that wheel. I don't know how it stopped on my name. Tiger, I'm gonna say right now, I think it stopped early. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
Here we go. Where's the Starbucks?
That was 100% rigged.
Actually, you do know that I'm going. I am working on the last rigged. I think it's going to be the last rigged.
The finale.
Yeah.
The end of a great series.
It's been harder and harder to do more and more rigs, and for a lot of reasons. The storyline, I have to stay in the storyline, and it's with doing the storyline, collaborating with my brother-in-law, him doing the high tech, language barrier, cultural barrier, that type of stuff. The other thing is that I want to get away from typecasting myself, and I want to get into other things, and be taken a little bit more seriously. So I want to bring Rig 9. I think is going to be the finale.
Great one to end on.
What's that?
Great one to end on.
Exactly. So it's going to be a little bit of fun. I'm having a little trouble right now because my brother-in-law gets maybe 2, maybe 4 hours of electricity over in Ukraine. So I got to find ways to get things to him because he doesn't have the duration of electricity to get things done. So that's been a big hang up. So, but anyway, congratulations, everyone. And thank you again, SD, for coming on board.
Absolutely. I look forward to it next time. Have a great night, everyone.
Night, everyone. Night, Frosty.
Good night. Thanks again.